Hi, this is Austin from Gamma Plus StyleCraft. Today, I'm here to talk to you about what really might be our most anticipated drop ever, the Instinct Metal Edition clipper and trimmer. Boom, here they are. The Vector motor, the Instinct collection has been our most popular collection and tools probably ever. The performance is out of this world. The technology is more advanced than anything else out there. And we're really excited to bring the next generation, which is the metal edition of the clipper and the trimmer. Before we even start, just want to say these are very premium tools. They are high-end. They are a little bit more expensive than some of our other tools, but that is because of the technology, the innovation, the design, the engineering, the R&D, the motors, the PCBA boards in here. Everything is top of the line, and it is more expensive for us, and therefore the selling price is a bit higher. That doesn't mean that our other tools are not still exceptional and excellent. So we have clippers that are around $100 or even under $100 in our Protege, in our Magnetic Rogue. We have trimmers at a more affordable price point as well. Our Protege trimmer, our hitters, even our Rebel trimmer. So if you don't need the most high-end, highest performance tools, we have plenty of other options. That's one thing that we love to give people as options. We understand not everything is for everybody. But if you're looking for the top of the line, the absolute highest performance, highest technology, arguably the fastest cutting of any tools in the world, the Instinct collection is what you're looking for. So right here we do have the Metal Edition Instinct trimmer and clipper. So the first thing you'll notice on both is the windows. So we went from a circle window or a display showcase showcasing the motor. It was circular on the standard Instinct. Now it is this hexagon shape. So that's a signature shape to us, just very modern and futuristic, and something we love to use on a lot of our tools. So you do have the hexagon window and the hexagon button as well. Quick, easy way to tell the difference. The other big difference, the colors. So this is a new range of colors here. It is the kind of translucent, we call it a smoky black, really nice premium matte white, and then a metallic matte pink as well. So let's see what's underneath. There we go. The Instinct clipper right there and the new range of colors. Let's take this off so we can get a little bit of a better view of it. So that's kind of what the smoky, translucent color looks like. So you could definitely see inside in the internals, and even more so when it's on, but it's not completely clear. The reason why we did that, A, it kind of looks cooler to have kind of this smoky tint to it, and B, tools get dirty. Sometimes hair and stuff can get inside, although we have certain things in place to prevent that from happening, but it's not impossible. And therefore, just when you're working with your clients, and just so they don't see all the hairs and everything inside, or all the dirt and anything else that could be in there. So still get to see inside, but while not really seeing every little detail in there. We do have the spare lids, so you've got this really nice matte white with the gold accents, really nice matte metallic pink that we're very well known for with the black accents. Included in the box are the 8 guards. Do the clipper first, the 8 guards. These are our dub guards. You've got really nice stand. On the original Instinct, the stand had a gold ring. Now this is all blacked out with the black stand. You do have the spare levers, the white, the gold, the stretch bracket, spare cam follower, spare screws, cleaning brush, and yes, I think those are all the good freebies we give in there. It does come with the micro USB cord as well, because it does have micro USB charging. It comes with the screwdriver for all your modifications and the charging cord. So this is the metal edition. What makes it the metal edition is the rear housing. So this entire rear housing is metal. The reason we didn't make the whole thing metal was we wanted to have the best of both worlds. We still wanted it to feel lightweight, but we wanted the metal to absorb the sound and the vibration of the vector motor, because the vector motors are so strong, they can be a little bit louder than some other motors, and the vibration can be a little bit higher as well. So the metal casing actually does help to kind of absorb some of the sound and vibration. See right there. It also, now we have these really nice grips on the back. So it's got these nice indentations, and then just the metal, it just feels really, really good and premium in your hand. It doesn't feel heavy, but it feels heavy duty, and it is a bit more heavy duty and a bit more durable. So here's the clipper. Just hit all the quick points on the box. It does come with the black diamond Faper blade assembled as the fixed blade. This is our IN2 VECTOR motor, so not all motors are created equal, whether it's a brushless motor, a rotary motor, a magnetic motor, or a vector motor. So this is our proprietary IN2 VECTOR motor. You might see other people coming out with vector motors in the future, I'm sure. I mean, this clipper's been so popular, people would be crazy not to follow. But just know that it's not an IN2 vector motor, which is proprietary to us. It has the intuitive torque control, which knows to increase the torque and power when it encounters resistance, whether that be thick hair, very textured hair, anything that would usually cause a clipper to bog down. This clipper is going to do the opposite and ramp up. So the IN2 vector motor, adjustable zero gap blade, very easy to zero gap, up to a 4-hour cordless runtime. With the runtime, think of it like a car. When if you're pushing on the gas 100 miles per hour, you're going to use more gas than if you're just cruising. And same with the IN2 vector motors. The more resistance they have to accommodate, the more battery power it's going to pull, and that will cause a shorter battery life. So in optimal conditions, we're looking at 4 hours. Depending on circumstances, it could be less, based on how much of the intuitive torque control is being utilized by the PCBA board. The metal rear housing does absorb sound and vibration, and then it does have the modular capabilities as well. It has a click or the floating lever included also. Really easy to do. You just remove the pin to make this lever floating. More fun. The standard Instinct lids do work on this as well. So if you do have an Instinct and you like those lids better, you can put them on the metal housing. And shortly, we will be selling the metal housing separately as a spare part. So if you do already have an Instinct, I just got an Instinct, I don't want to spend more money to buy the metal edition, just to get the noise dampening and the sound vibration and that really heavy duty metal rear housing. Very shortly, we will have metal rear housings for the clipper and trimmer available and sold separately, so you can, in essence, upgrade your standard Instinct to a metal edition, or, as they do have spare lids, you can just buy a rear housing, and you can have both, really. You can have your standard Instinct with a metal one side by side with just buying the rear housing. So that covers pretty well the clipper and everything inside there, which is a lot, so we'll get all that out of the way. Here is the trimmer. Most of the things that we just said are going to be the same for the trimmer, so it does come with the 3 different lids. It does come assembled with the smoky translucent lid on it, and it does have the matte metallic pink and that really nice matte white with the gold accents as well. The hexagon windows, hexagon buttons, that all metal rear housing to absorb sound and vibration, micro USB, but as well as standard charging, and the stand included as well. So 3 different ways to charge it. Inside the box, a little bit different than the clipper. As we talked about, you do have the stand. You do have the full 9-foot cord for cord or cordless, the USB cord, micro USB, and then you do have the spare screws, oil, and cleaning brush, and the screwdriver. What is different is really comes down to the blade setters. It does come with the zero gap setter assembled. So this will be your absolute tightest zero gap. I mean zero gap. So if you are going to use this blade setter, just be light-handed with the tool, because it's going to be a laser and it's going to be really, really tight. If you're looking for still a zero gap but with a little bit more forgiveness, inside the box is our universal blade setter. Again, the first ones to do anything like this. This is really a collaboration with our engineers out of Italy. from Gamma Pew. Just a brilliant, brilliant team and a brilliant idea. But what this has is two different settings. So it has a zero gap setting at the top. It's going to be zero gap, just a little bit less zero than this. That's probably my ideal setting. Is if I'm going to set a blade, I will use this zero gap. But if you're looking for a softer tool, something that's going to be more forgiving, great for children, great for elderly, great for people with sensitive skin, I would recommend our soft setting with a 0.3 millimeter gap for setting your blade. You would just take off the blade, put on the zero gap setter, just like so. Again, the blade has to be off, loosen the two screws, slide the cutting blade all the way up and just tighten them back down and you are set. Pretty much most of what we talked about here applies here. So Black Diamond X Pro DLC blade. You do have the one cutter, of course, our signature cutter, skeleton design, intuitive torque control with a 9,500 stroke per minute motor. So that's a little bit different actually. So let's talk about that for a second. The original Instinct trimmer was at 11,000. The metal is 11,000. Why did we reduce the SPMs on the metal edition? So we actually found that sometimes during lineups, the blade was moving so fast it could push the hair a little bit also. Still a great trimmer at 11,000 RPMs, but a little bit less pushing of the hair sometimes by reducing the RPM speed, which kind of makes sense. Something's moving so fast, rather than catching the hair, it was pushing it. So to reduce the speed a little bit, just a little bit crisper with some of those lineups. The 4-hour cordless runtime, modular capabilities. Talked about the zero gap setters and the noise and sound absorption of the metal body. Same thing applies here. We will have metal housings, rear housings available if you have the original Instinct, that you'd be able to put one of those lids on this and have the metal as well without getting a whole new trimmer and just getting the metal rear housing. But really, two of our most exciting tools ever. As far as performance goes, really best in the world in our opinion, as far as power, torque, anything bulk, precision. I mean, they just feel and look fantastic. Couldn't be more excited for these. World, meet the Instinct Metal Edition Clipper and Trimmer. Metal Edition Clipper and Trimmer, meet the world.